So Fockers, we think that they predict these solar eclipses because they have got gravity down pat. You're thinking that they can predict solar eclipses to the accuracy as they do because they have worked gravity out. It's gravity, isn't it? That's why they can work it all out, isn't it? No, it isn't. You would have heard me say, no shoulders of giants. Lots and lots of liars and charlatans. This on here, Saros. I'm going to read you something from a 1961 book of popular science. Book of the popular science. It's about eclipses. I've read this out once before. I'm going to read it out again because it's very, very relevant to what is happening around us right now. Now, there is a little bit of a build-up to this. It's only there to there. Here we go, folks. The famous prediction of the philosopher Thales, right, or Thales. Predictions of eclipses go back to antiquity. Perhaps the most famous of these early predictions was that of Thales, a philosopher of Miletus, who died in the year 546 BC. The Greek historian Herodotus has given the following dramatic account of the prediction. There was war between the Lydians and the Medes. In an encounter which happened in the 6th year of the war, it chanced that the day was turned into night. Thales of Miletus had foretold this loss of daylight to the Ionians. Miletus was in the ancient district of Ionia, fixing it within the year in which the change did indeed happen. So when the Lydians and Medes saw the day turn to night, they ceased from fighting, and both were the more zealous to make peace. This eclipse has been identified after careful research with the one that took place on May the 28th, 585 BC. The discovery that eclipses occur in series. Thales' prediction was not really so surprising as it may appear, though it greatly impressed his contemporaries. Many years before his time, Chaldean astronomers had made a remarkable discovery, one of the most memorable achievements of ancient astronomy. Chaldean astronomers discovered how eclipses play out. They had noted that eclipses of the sun and moon occur in series, and that a definite period of time elapses between one eclipse of a series and the following eclipse. By calculating the time that had passed since the last solar eclipse in a series of this sort, Thales had no difficulty in predicting the time when the next eclipse of the series would take place. The interval between an eclipse of the sun or moon and the next one in a given series is called a Saros. That is a Greek word derived from the Assyrian Babylonian word Sharos. Each Saros is 18 years, 11 days and 8 hours, or 11 and 1/3 days. It would be 11 years and 10 and 1/3 days if the first of the series fell on a leap year, because there would be that extra year. Look, you can never know what's true and what is false. But this one is very easy to verify. Not like Newton. God, that Newton. How do people believe he's real? God, unbelievable. Right. It's called a Saros, a Greek word. Each Saros is 18 years and 11 and 1/3 days long, or 18 years and 10 and 1/3 days long if there are 5 leap years instead of 4 in a Saros in the 18-year period. A given series of solar eclipses may run through as many as 70 Saroses and may last for 1,250 years. There are 48 or 49 Saroses in the average series of lunar eclipses, and the lapse of time is somewhat under 900 years. There are many series of eclipses, both solar and lunar, running their course at the same time. If an eclipse in Series A, I've written them exactly like they are in the book. So they say series, so we could have eclipse here, or you guys had one in the US in, was it April 24? Check 18 years and 11 days before the eclipse that was seen in April 24. Check 18 years before that. 24 minus 18 is 2, right? So 2002, no, 24, 2006. 2006, was there a solar eclipse in the US? 2006, and 11 days before the one that was in April. Easy to verify. And then if that one happens to be there, you could look for the one before that, 18 years before that. It's easy to verify. Very easy to verify. Nothing to do with freaking Newton, liars and charlatans. There are 48 or 49 Saroses in the average series of lunar eclipses, right? There are many series of eclipses, both solar and lunar, running their course at the same time. If an eclipse in Series A happens in the first week in May 1960, the next one will be in 1978, 18 years later. So whatever day it happens, say it's the 3rd, it would happen in, so 1960, 3rd of April, perfect day. It would happen in 18 years later, so that's 1978, and not on the 3rd of April, add 11 days, it would be the 14th of April. And so it says add that 1/3 day, so I don't know how that will work. Unless that is when the moon, it's easy to verify, okay? That is the point here, it's easy to verify. So it takes place in the first week of May, and the second one will be in 1978. In the case of another series, which we shall call Series B, one eclipse may occur, say, in the last week of June 1961, and the next one will be in July 1979. 18 years, 11 days, give or take a few hours. Easy to verify. There are 3 kinds of eclipses, a typical series of solar eclipses. The first in a series of solar eclipses is a partial one, in which the moon encroaches but slightly on the sun's disk, right? So it will just slightly go over. Somebody might go, look, the sun, it's been encroached very slightly by the moon. It must be the beginning of a new series. And that is it. And then 18 years and 11 days and 1/3 of a day, or 8 hours after that, it will happen again. And a little bit more of the sun will be eclipsed. Boom. Then another 18 years, 11 days, etc. And more. That is how they're predicted. Not Newton and gravity. Liars and charlatans. What I am going to do is go to the next encyclopedia, and go eclipses, see what it says. Because somewhere along the line, they have changed it, haven't they? Remember, a lot of us say there was a changing of the guard in the 1960s, 1961, 1955. It was Roma was checking out the eclipse times of Saturn's moons. That was in 1955. Now in 1961, it's Jupiter. Liars and charlatans, it's right in front of people. Please be below under 15. Only 9. Only 9. Now, it's hard. it's difficult to know what's real and what isn't, where the lies are, where the truths are. This one is easy to verify. Anybody can do it. Well, I say anybody. Most people with common sense should be able to backtrack 18 years and find out when, if there was a solar eclipse that ties in with the one that they've just seen. This Iceland one, let me pause you. All right, we're back. Now, what we have here is Iceland. The solar eclipse the other night. Now, it's very strange to say the least. You'd think something like solar eclipses would have a definite pattern, wouldn't you? You would. I think moon, sun. You'd think they would eventually sort themselves out. So we've just read something out of the 1961 book, encyclopedia, Book of Popular Science. It's telling us that there is a thing called a Saros. Every 18 years and 11 days and a bit, the next Saros in a series of eclipses will happen. This, online, dated 2025, 2026, 2025, anything that you see, anything you search nowadays, it will have been updated in 2025, 2026, 2025. The books are priceless. Get rid of them. Everything's going to be digitalized, they said. According to Google and NASA, this is the list of eclipses that has happened in Iceland in the year 878. The next one was in the year 1077. That's 199 years in between them. No, 101, 201. The next one, the year 1131. The next one, 200 years. The next one, just 18 years, 1312 to 1330. The following one, 1424. Then 1433. Then 1469. They were lucky in the 1400s. They had 3. Then we have 1733. 1833, 100 years on the nose. You'd think there would be one of those somewhere. Then we have 1833 to 1851, 1954, 103 years, 2026, 2196. Oh, that's us, sorry. There we go. That's us here. So the next one, it's one of those again, isn't it? Who's going to be here? It's always the way, isn't it? That just happened. 1954. Spoken to somebody in Sweden. No memory. Has anybody with a memory of a solar eclipse in Iceland in 1954? They would probably be about 72 by now. Without eyewitness accounts. What else is there? The books. The books go, then what is there? How does anybody verify anything if Google and NASA are working together? This is very serious. Earlier today, I posted that thing, Julian Assange. He who controls the present controls the past. And it's happened already. It's happening. It's happening right now. That book says Saros's 18 years, 11 days. For some reason, Iceland doesn't tie in with that. In fact, Iceland's solar eclipse was very strange. Why did the moon come up? The sun, moon, what on earth makes the sun and moon throw the moon's shadow down 200 years after the previous one, 150 years after the previous one, 17 years. How does that happen? What is that? What is that? Liars and charlatans. I've got to shoot now. I am going to go to the next encyclopedia set, and then the next, and I'm going to type in Eclipse. Not type in. I'm going to look in the index, old school. You know, don't have to talk into it, and see what it says. Because in 1961, Saros every 18 years and 11 days. I'm inclined. It's gone over 15. I'm inclined to believe the books over people who claim to have been to the moon, who are claiming knocking asteroids off course, who are claiming being on Mars, who are claiming taking pics close up of Venus, who are talking to Voyagers 50 years later. It's the insults to people's intelligence that I can't get across. I can't get past it. How on earth are people believing all of this rubbish? It'll probably come for me one day, but somebody's got to do this. Wake up. It's the books. Now, how does anybody else verify what I'm just saying? Who has encyclopedias? There are people who have a few, one set, two sets. Don't ever throw them away, because that stuff is printed. Right now, they are making it up as they are going along. They have rewritten history, totally rewritten history. You didn't have a clue, not a clue. All these books go. How does anybody verify anything? How would anybody know any history if they only have Google? Don't you get it, folks? They are stripping everybody's identity away. We don't even know who built the pyramids. They're lying about that one, aren't they? Of course they are. Don't you think that there should be a record, a proper record? Something I was thinking about. All these civilizations that seem to have disappeared. Are we next? Are we next? Because there are some rogues out there and they just get there quicker than everybody else. They're more aware of stuff. They've got continuity going. They have information that we haven't had time to gather. Maybe we are just the next bunch of victims. And then whatever these people do, whoever it is running the show, hang tight for another civilization that comes down from somewhere, or who knows. There's a lot of stuff that has happened that there's no record of. Is that possible? Pyramids, megaliths everywhere, the stone, but there's never an answer to who built them. Why? Why? That many all over the planet? Is there something else going on? Somebody has managed to maintain continuity, and they are just knocking civilizations off at will. Look, I'm thinking out loud. Tell me that it's not possible. One thing is for sure, folks. You have people, they are claiming knowledge that simply cannot be known. It cannot be known. Loads of the stuff. And they are claiming achievements, constantly claiming achievements that they haven't achieved. You need to start being more critical with what you believe. But starting tomorrow, no, starting now, start asking why, or how did they do that? Not, oh, they ever so clever. If you ever disagree with the scientists, you are just wrong. It's this mentality, it's the naivety, is the new pandemic. All right, folks, I must shoot. I will be back, though. Hopefully that is a wrap. I wanted to try to keep it under 15, but ended going to 19. Saros, every 18 years, just check your solar eclipses. You have one in 24. This is the thing. Here it is again. If people don't have books, you have to Google search. 24, when was it? Was there a solar eclipse in, what did we say? 1824 in 06. Google, NASA. No, there wasn't. Hmm? How? Can't you see you're at the mercy? AI. AI ain't your friend. AI's making people lazy. Don't want to work anything out. Let AI do it. You are just being like lambs to the slaughterhouse. The children. Wake up, parents. Wake up, grown-ups. Start thinking. All right. Hopefully that's a wrap. I will be back. I had to get rid of the questions. This was more important. Solar eclipse is hot right now. Latest.